The Battle of Trenton was a late-night surprise attack, so it's tempting to think of it as a massacre.
You know what happened that day when George crossed the Delaware? It was Christmas Day, and it was a bit of a massacre because George caught the British off guard.
That idea makes for a great historical roast. But the numbers don't paint the picture of a massacre. David Hackett Fisher points out, more than 900 Hessians were garrisoned at Trenton, New Jersey. But American and Hessian sources agree that the number of Hessians killed in action was only 22. In his book on the Hessians, Rodney Atwood found one Hessian source that said that only 20 Hessians died in the Battle of Trenton. Over the next 2 years, the morality of surprise nighttime attacks would become a big issue. British and Loyalist forces, under British officers like John Graves Simcoe and Charles Grey, would conduct a number of surprise attacks in which very few prisoners were taken from either Continental or from Pennsylvania state militia forces who were attacked in their sleep. The vibe of these attacks was clearly very different from Trenton. The numbers were also radically different. In October 1778, British officer Captain Patrick Ferguson led 250 men on a surprise attack on 50 men from Count Pulaski's cavalry. Ferguson had a false report that Pulaski had ordered his men to give no quarter. But Ferguson's main excuse? It being a night attack, little quarter, of course, could be given, so that there are only 5 prisoners. A few escaped into the woods, but we're looking at only 5 prisoners taken and about 40 killed out of 50 guys. In November 1778, an American, possibly Gouverneur Morris, made fun of the stale excuse. The carnage is inevitable in surprises and nocturnal attacks. Examples like the Battle of Trenton showed that American forces could effect complete surprise, avail ourselves of midnight darkness, and we could still spare lives. So Trenton and its low number of Hessian casualties was a big deal.